How's it going, YouTubers? Nightmare70 here and back with another toy review, finally after months. I'm really sorry it's been months, you guys. I've just been busy, that's all. But I'm back with a toy review tonight. And today I'm reviewing the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Ironhide. So here we have Ironhide in his Cybertronian vehicle mode. So basically this is how he would look like on Cybertron before he takes an actual Earth mode. Now in G1, so this is basically what he would look like on Cybertron before taking a vehicle form, like I said, before he became an SUV. Now we never did actually see him in this Cybertronian mode. The only basically who we saw in Cybertronian mode in the first cartoon of G1 anyway would be Bumblebee, Wheeljack, the Seekers, the Decepticon Seekers, and Jazz from what I remember. But it's still a good design for Ironhide. And he still gets some headlights. And he has an Autobot symbol. And yes, you can see the head sticking out, but if you rotate it, you can't tell at all. Would have been nice if this was actually painted through, and this was actually painted and not clear. I guess I could just do that myself, but I'll just leave it like that. But still a nice figure, you guys. Now I did actually get this guy locally from a friend who also lives here in Arizona. And this shout out goes to Instagrammer Benjamin Fields 313. He actually gave me a good deal on Ironhide. And I also got a few another figure from him. But still, I want to give Ben a shout out for giving me this figure. Thank you so much, Ben. This shout out's for you. So again, here we have Ironhide in his Cybertronian mode. And you tell he's still in his G1 colors, so it's mostly red with the, it looks like more like a gold stripe. And I don't know what this silver spot's supposed to be for vehicle mode. I guess some type of windshield, I'm supposing. Like the back of the vehicle, Cybertronian vehicle. Now, he does have the serial number. I don't know why they added that there. But if you look at it from this side, still really decent figure. He's got the engineering, really nice. Now, his feet are obviously sticking, and it is hollow, but hollowness in G1, hollowness in general, I meant, has been a thing since the 80s, you guys. Nothing new. But he does have a little battle damage. Pretty much only his feet were damaged in battle. If you look closer on him, hang on a second. Alright? He looks pretty clean for a Cybertronian vehicle that's been in battle for centuries. Looks like he hardly took damage, which is pretty impressive. But overall, still very nice detail. The wheels do roll as usual. They are of course pegged on, not pinned on wheels, unfortunately, but they still roll really well. It doesn't hinder anything at all. But overall, he has an Autobot symbol there, which is really nice. Still really nice figure, you guys. So see, he's mostly red with a little gray for some detail. But the engineering they put on him, pretty impressive. Nice Autobot symbol, like I showed earlier. The silver still looks really nice. Yeah, I'm ignoring the hollow bits. I'm not complaining because hollowness has been a thing, you guys. But overall, still a very nice figure. Now, before anybody starts asking, yes, I have seen images. I am also aware that we are getting the Studio Series 86 Ironhide. If I'm being honest with you guys, that thing looks terrible. The height anyway. That is like the smallest. It's being sold as a Voyager, and I have seen images of him compared to Earthrise Deluxe Ironhide. If you've seen Prime vs. Prime's review on the 86 Ironhide, he showed a comparison of it with the Earthrise, and it is much shorter than the Deluxe. That is the shortest Voyager I've seen. So I'm definitely not picking that one up, you guys. So don't expect don't expect me to review that figure on my channel anytime soon, because it's not gonna happen, you guys. But I'm happy with this one. I like this one a lot better than the Earthrise. Now, I know the Earthrise goes for ridiculous prices. This one, I seen it go for reasonable deals. So I managed to get this for a reasonable deal, actually. But I would prefer this one as my Cybertronian mode Ironhide. And I'd actually do some comparisons before we say anything else. That's pretty much it I have to say for vehicle mode. So let's get on to some comparisons. So for our first comparison, here he is next to his Earth mode counterpart. This is actually Hankei Ironhide, repainted from the old Universe 2.0 Ironhide. Exactly the same mold. This one's an import and it's done in a cartoon accurate paint job. So exactly the same mold as the Hasbro one. Again, this is Hankei Ironhide. And this is the Earth mode Ironhide I'm keeping for G1. So then here he is with Hankei Ironhide. Animated Ironhide. Movie Ironhide. This is Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Ironhide. I'm using my Movie 1 Premium Series Ironhide for robot mode comparison, since I already have that one in robot mode, but it's exactly the same mold. This one's done in gray. I don't know, to resemble the Nest, to resemble him joining the Nest team, which we actually did see in the beginning of Revenge of the Fallen. And for some other Siege comparisons, here he is next to Optimus. Let me bring the camera down just a little bit. So here's Ironhide next to Siege Prime. Here he is next to his mold mate Ratchet. Now, this is the first version. They retooled this one to make Ratchet, which I already reviewed. Here next to his mold mate Ratchet. Here is next to Starscream. Here is next to Megatron. Now this is the 35th anniversary repaint. Exactly the same mold, just done in a cell shaded paint job, mainly to celebrate 35 years. Here he is next to they're not Siege figures, but pretty much they still look good together. Studio Series 86 Jazz. Mainly because for Jazz and Ratchet, since you saw them together, let's just do this. Actually, especially if you're a fan of if you've seen the first Michael Bay movie, which I have no doubt most of you guys have. Alright. Here he is with a Bumblebee, the Worlds Collide Bumblebee. Here he is with Cyber Battalion Shockwave. Now I don't have the Siege Shockwave. I don't plan on getting that figure. And one more comparison. Now here is next to the knockoff oversized Siege Megatron. Since he's the leader of the Decepticons, he should be bigger than Prime. So this is the knockoff Siege Megatron, so it's much bigger. And before I actually transform him, before I show you robot mode, I forgot to show you one accessory he comes with. His it could be like a hammer weapon. That could be meant for that's meant for robot mode, but for vehicle mode, he has 4 spots. You can start like this, or this, and you can do the other way as well. Now you could be driving around shooting some Decepticons, bang, bang, bang. Now I am going to skip the transformation right now, but we'll get back to robot mode when I transform. So hang on, you guys. Hey guys, I actually forgot to do one more comparison. So I had to, since I had this guy in robot mode already, I had to retransform him. Because I really wanted to show you guys the size difference. Here he is next to Universe 2.0 Drop Shot, released way back in 2008. Pretty much the same time Hank Ironhide came out. Alright. Now let me retransform this guy. Hang on. Alright, guys, here we have Ironhide in his robot mode. Now, before we get on to figure himself, let's do some robot mode comparisons. Let's get it over with. Here he is next to Ratchet and Studio Series 86 Jazz. Again, because I grew up with the Michael Bay films, this is the trio I grew up with, especially Ratchet. Here he is. Alright. Here he is with Prime. Hang on, I'm really sorry about this. Yeah, trying to get. Hang on. Here he is with Prime. And Bumblebee. Again, this is the Worlds Collide Bumblebee. How about we just do this just to get over with? The movie 1 Autobot cast in kind of G1 form. We have Ratchet, Ironhide, and Prime in their Cybertronian modes, and Jazz and Bumblebee in their Earth modes. Again, Worlds Collide Bumblebee, Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. And I didn't think about robot mode, but you already saw the comparisons of them each individually, so forget, who cares about that right now. Yeah, I think they look really good, especially for us movie fans like me, who have seen the Michael Bay movies. This is so beautiful. And here he is next to Megatron and Starscream. Now, if you look closely at Starscream, it looks like he has the smirk, the Thundercracker smirk. That's because I switched the heads not too long ago, because I wanted him to have the smirk, because that's definitely Starscream with a smirk. That's actually appropriate for him. Here he is next to Cyber Battalion Shockwave. I think that's how you pronounce it. Cyber Battalion Shockwave. Just because. Here he is next to the knockoff Megatron. It's the oversized Siege Megatron custom, if I can say it today. Not custom. The oversized Siege Megatron knockoff. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, you guys. It's past midnight out here in Arizona. Now, this is what I am used to seeing. Because Megatron, since I grew up with the Michael Bay films, I'm used to Megatron being the biggest. So that's why I bought this knockoff. Yeah, I know my arm's a bit shaky. But let me try to. There we go. I think they look good together like this. With Prime, see? That's why that's what I'm used to seeing. Megatron being bigger than Prime. Here he is with Universe Drop Shot. If my camera will focus. Now on to the Ironhides. Here he is next to Henkei Ironhide. Again, this is my Earth mode Ironhide. This is the Ironhide I'm keeping in place of Earthrise. Now, I know Earthrise is going for so much, so I might not get that anytime soon. Unless I find it for a decent price, maybe, but no guarantee there. As you can tell, Siege Ironhide is actually bigger than Henkei Ironhide. That's actually the size we're used to seeing, you guys. Even though there's more plastic on this one than this. Including for the backpack. That's what we're used to seeing. You used to have more plastic for less money. Now we have less plastic for more money. Which sucks. That's another reason why I'm not getting the Series 86 Ironhide. They don't have as much plastic as they did back then. Here he is next to Animated Ironhide. Oh, nuts. Stand. So you see, Ironhide's just a little bit bigger. The Animated Ironhide's a bit bigger. Again, that's what we're used to having. Now you gotta get used to just shorter heights. It sucks. Final comparison. Movie 1 Premium Series Ironhide. Exactly the same mode as the Revenge of the Fallen Ironhide that we showed in Ryoko mode. Except I already had this one in Robo mode. But it's the exact same figure. Now, I actually had no luck getting this to stand. It took me a while. But here he is, how he looked like back in 2007. Now, I don't have the Studio Series Ironhide, which is why I didn't do Ryoko mode comparison with that one. I never did get that one. If you've seen my Siege Ratchet review, I did show him the with the Studio Series Ratchet, the original figure 4. I think that was the one. Now I got rid of that Ratchet a while back. Now I am aware that we're getting the Autobot 5-pack from the 15th anniversary of the first movie, first Studio Series. Now I'm not sure if I'll get that one. If I do, I'll definitely compare this guy with that Studio Series Ironhide. If I get it, I'm not too sure. Not really collecting newer figures. But so anyway, for Articulation, let me take that off. I don't know why I put that there in the first place. Ironhide's head. Ironhide's arm hand. His hand can do 360. You can go a little over. You can go 90 degrees. His elbow can go 90 degrees. His fist can go up. It's on a really tight peg. You can do 360 degrees if you need that to do that. He has waist articulation, not because of transformation. He has waist articulation, head articulation, which is on a ball joint, I think. And you get to go up and down a little bit. He can do the splits. He can pivot his toes because of transformation. You can do a 90-degree bend at the leg, at the knees. You can do a soccer kick. Goal! Yes, there are some hollow bits there, but that's been a thing, you guys. It's been a thing since the 80s. Nothing new. But let's take a look at that head design. And that looks beautiful. The Autobot symbol looks nice and beautiful. The inside of the detailings, the inside detailings, really nice. Hang on, let me make sure that's in properly. There we go. But overall, still really great figure. 360 of him, and he's really slim, like he kind of was in G1. The Earthrise figure and the Henkei Ironhide I showed, they kind of look like they have kind of a belly. Since the Earthrise is actually a reshell of this figure, it kind of looks like he put on a little weight. But this guy is in decent shape, ready to fight some Decepticons. And for this thing, he can connect it there. He can connect like that if you want it to look like shoulder cannon, kind of like what Megatron's fusion can if you want, which I sometimes do. But there's several ways you can hold it. You can also, if you want him not using it, you can store it right there. See, putting it away. You can hinge it, I think. Yeah, if you want, give him a shoulder cannons. If you want to do that, that's fine. Doesn't make him top heavy at all, which is impressive. Right, that looks ridiculous. Holding it is, I think it looks better with him holding it. Unless there was a movie Ironhide, then he would get some little cannons there, which I believe they did make a 3D printed accessory kit for him, but I don't plan on getting that. But still, ready to shoot some. He's ready to shoot some Decepticons. Bang, bang, bang. Now this thing can do a few different tricks. It can be like the hammer, like I showed in robot mode, vehicle mode. I meant. You can hold it in any arm like this, or to make it look like he actually wants to smash some Decepticons, you can do it like this. Get him some good poses. Wap pow, wap pow, wap pow. Kind of like Thor, sort of. But now I usually don't care for the hammer mode. I care more about the weapon, because having firepower can be very helpful, especially when you're battling Decepticons. But so really nice figure, you guys. Do a 360 of him. Really nice figure. Yeah, it is hollow there, but it's been a thing since G1, you guys. It's been a thing, nothing new. But you can get him some pretty good poses. Ready to fire some Decepticons. Now, if you want to go as far as making them look like the movie figure, you could. Now, if you have, for example, the Netflix Bumblebee, the Volkswagen one. Now, if you say his bazooka is like a dark silver, like I actually do have the Volkswagen Bee. You want Arnold to look like how he did in the movie, the Michael Bay film. The bazooka pieces could help that. Ready to fight some Decepticons. Who's out then he could actually store this. Now we're ready to fight some Decepticons. That's if you have the Volkswagen Bee, or pretty much any version of the mold. Any version of the mold can do. Even Worlds Collide Bumblebee can do it, but that one's green. And I'm not sure if that would look good on him. But overall, still a really nice figure. Now, if you can find this Ironhide for a decent price, I would say pick him up. Unless you really just want any version of a G1 Ironhide. If you never got the Earthrise version, just wait for the Studio Series 86 Ironhide. That one looks definitely G1 accurate. I'm not planning on buying that crap. No way. This is still a G1 look to me. So, same thing with the Henkei Ironhide. Now, if you never, like I said, if you never got the Henkei Ironhide from 2008, or the, in other words, the Universe 2.0 Ironhide, if you just want a G1 looking Ironhide, one that you can afford, if you want, just wait for the Studio Series 86 Ironhide to come out. Sure, it might be a bit expensive. It's like, I believe here in the US, Voyagers are now, I think, just under $34 before tax, which is insane. Every price range for that figure and the size, not getting that one. But if you can get this one for a decent price, pick it up, you guys. You will definitely, it's definitely a fun figure to enjoy. Now, that's pretty much it I have to say for this figure. But if you can find him for a decent price, I say pick him up. Like I said, but it is a Siege figure. I think he's selling for $65, I think. $60, I think now, the price range. I have seen him sell for $40. That's how much actually I got him for. I got him for only $40. That's still a decent price. If you get him for a decent price, pick him up. Otherwise, good luck, because this is actually one expensive figure now. Or otherwise, just wait for the Studio Series 86 Ironhide if you really don't mind that one. So that's gonna be it, you guys, of my War for Cybertron Siege Ironhide. I'll be back with another toy review ASAP, but for now, take care. Wow.